Hi everyone, it's me, Laura Hammond, coming to you from the middle of your screen. I'm here not only as a proud Benny Psych alumna, but also as an XPD staff person today. I want to show you a few tips that will really help you maximize Handshake as a tool to finalize summer internships. I know many of you were impacted by COVID and are seeking academic internships that would fulfill your experiential learning designation. No worries, let's dive in and look at a few key tips so that Handshake can help you. For those who don't know, Handshake is a place you can go to get personalized career content. It has everything from events to jobs, internships, and more. These are all tailored to you like Spotify or Netflix or any of those other services do. And there are hundreds of positions posted from thousands of employers in both Minnesota and throughout the US. You might be asking yourself, how do I find this thing called Handshake now that I know what it is? You can actually scan the QR code on the screen, download the app, or use the CSBSJU website. If you go to the A to Z index, you'll find it under H for Handshake, or you can visit the XPD website and find us under X. Keep in mind, your login is the same as your campus username and password. Your peer, XPD Career Ambassador and Psych Major Extraordinaire Nicholas Olberding, is a Handshake super user. He's given me permission to use his profile to show you some tips. So why don't you get logged on and I'll pull up Nicholas's profile. We'll get back together to look at this Handshake thing. As you can see, Nicholas's home screen is personalized to him based on his previous interactions. So the Minnesota Alliance with Youth is waiting for a reply from him. There are several events that are highlighted, as well as an opportunity to send a one-on-one video chat request to several employers. So as you can see, the more you work with Handshake, the more personalized information it will suggest to you. Popular in your major, so a variety of internships, full-time positions. We also have some things we suggest as a career center, jobs expiring soon. Nicholas is interested in human resources. So as you can see, the personalization piece is going to be important so that Handshake can really be optimized for you. If you want to do what Nicholas's Handshake has done for him, you can actually click on your drop-down. It'll be in the same place as Nicholas's, and select My Career Interests. This is how Handshake can create a personalized home screen and job and internship search for you. So a couple of key areas to fill out on this career interest survey. One, tell Handshake what type of job you're looking for. Nicholas is in the full-time job stage, also open to internships. For those of you who are seniors out there, an internship can be a great first stop after graduation. The second field you'll need to fill out is how Handshake can help you. Tell it you want a job or an internship. It might seem duplicative as the first question. However, fill it out. It'll help Handshake help you. Some of the job roles, what options are you considering? I like to let those be. The most important piece is where you want to be. You can see Nicholas has entered several options. You can give Handshake as many options locally in the state of Minnesota or nationally. Wherever you'd like to be, make sure that you tell Handshake. The second most important area is what industries. What kinds of industries do you see yourself using those psychology skills? You can see Nicholas has several: insurance, tourism, government consulting, HR, staffing, recruiting. 3 to 5. I encourage you to do 3 to 5 industries. Tell Handshake 3 to 5 industries of interest. If you want to do more, great. And you're not committing to anything other than seeing information here. So more is better. You'll see more information. And then last but not least, what kinds of jobs or job functions are of interest to you? This is also going to be important, where 3 to 5 is the minimum. Tell Handshake you're interested in things like community and social services. Perhaps you are interested in counseling. Maybe you're even interested in nonprofit fundraising and event management. There's a lot of different ways psychology majors can show up in internships and jobs. And so I encourage you again to make sure you're getting 3 to 5 job functions or interests, and letting Handshake know you'll hit save my career interests. And this is something you can always come in and change. Hit save. And if you ever want to find and change again, my career interests is going to be the place that you can help Handshake personalize and specify to your interests. All right, so we've touched on the home screen, the career interest survey. Now let's talk about actually finding positions. So you will click on the jobs tab, as I have already. And I want to tell you, keep it simple. The biggest thing to do is to search with a keyword, search with location, and search by position type. So I'm going to select internship, and I'm going to select a location. Again, Nicholas has lots of options, and these are pre-filtered or preset for you based on the career interest survey if you've completed it. So we're going to do a 30-mile radius, you can do whatever you want, of Minneapolis. And a keyword, I often hear psych majors say they want to help people. Think about who you want to help, how you want to help, where you'd be giving the help, and give a keyword. So for example, counseling is something I know that many students are interested in. So you can see outreach to schools internship, a clinical internship. So you'll click an option on the left and see details on the right. So this position at Wayside Recovery Center would be an external application. Some positions you can apply for right in the platform. You'd upload a resume and be able to apply. This one's external. You can bookmark a position so that you know to come back to it. Handshake will actually remind you to apply in time. So this is based on the keyword counseling within a 30-mile radius of Minneapolis. So St. David's Center, a family place internship, lots of opportunities. And with this one, you could actually message the employer, reach out to the talent acquisition person to ask questions, all in this Handshake platform to explore whether or not this would be the fit for you. Another piece I always encourage students to think about, again, who you'd be helping. So youth. A lot of you I know are interested in working with kids. So again, you are seeing the internship has held that position type. The location has stayed the same. Youth, using that keyword, we're seeing a bunch of different options. Again, the details on the left, the positions on the left, the details will be on the right once you click in. A park and recreation internship with youth programs is a great option to explore, perhaps applying developmental psych. Lots of really great positions here. Again, this is all of what's active today. XPD staff are approving positions all the time, every day for you. Another keyword, community. We talk about that all the time around our campus. What kinds of internships might you be able to engage in at a macro level, community-wide, versus those micro sort of counseling positions? You can see a community relations intern, Make-A-Wish, community fundraising intern. So lots of options. We've tried counseling, we've tried youth, we've tried community. Social justice is another term that I hear, or a area I hear students interested in all the time. I see a position here, executive team intern 2022-2023. It's stipended. You might be saying to me, Laura, I'm looking for something this summer. That's great. I want to encourage you to be flexible in your thinking. So you can see this is a stipended position. You can apply in the platform. This would be a really great opportunity for you to scroll down and learn more about the ARC. And then if we follow the company, we can see an alum works there. You can see what it's like to work there. You could actually click into the ARC's profile and you can see that their folks have the people who do the hiring. There is an opportunity to chat with them. Again, all in the platform. You can see current jobs, and they even have a public staff list. So you could reach out and say, I see you have a position posted for the next academic year. I'm interested in self-advocacy. I'm interested in outreach and advocacy. Is this something that I could do for the summer? That's a really important piece. Again, this platform is meant for you to be able to do all of your activities for the job or internship search all in one platform. Now you can see I went back from the ARC employer profile to the position, and I want to scroll to the bottom to show you again. You can see what would you be getting into, what kinds of things would be required, more about the company. But the piece I want to show you is all the way at the bottom. So because you watched on Netflix or because you listened to on Spotify, Handshake does something very similar at the bottom. Because you were interested in this position with the ARC, you might also be interested in these other positions. So keep in mind the location may or may not be a fit. Sometimes we'll see remote positions, so be on the lookout for those if you're interested in remote positions. But because you are interested in the position with the ARC, you might also be interested in these other positions. So Lots and lots of ways to use Handshake's job search. I encourage you to do position type, location, and a keyword. And then the last piece I'll point out is you can save your search. You can see this text right in the middle. Don't miss out. Save your search. If you do that, Handshake will notify you anytime a position comes in that meets your parameters. Now you can hit edit your notifications and you'll see we would be saving a social justice internship search for Nicholas in Minneapolis. He can choose to get an email, an in-app notification. If you have the mobile, you get a push. He can choose how frequently as well, daily or weekly, but put Handshake to work for you. Again, positions are being posted and approved every day. You can set this up so that you can get a notification every time there is a position that you would be interested in. You can create one search, you can create multiple search. But again, put Handshake to work for you with a saved search. So the jobs area in Handshake is for organizations who are actively hiring. Oftentimes, psych majors are interning with nonprofits who are serving basic human needs and are very client-centered, as they should be. You can seek out employers who might not be hiring just yet using the employer search or employer area in the Handshake platform. You can see it on the screen in front of you. Nicholas is following employers, which helps Handshake's algorithm, that personalization piece. You can see target and HR-oriented employers. That's Nicholas' interest area. You might have a different interest area. So let's search employers and find those with whom you could reach out to explore internship possibilities. So a keyword search here is going to be by employer name. That may or may not be the best approach here. I would encourage you to set a location. I'm going to use St. Cloud this time. So we will look at a 30-mile radius of St. Cloud. And the other piece we can do here is to explore an industry. So I'm going to explore nonprofit organizations in a 30-mile radius of St. Cloud. You can see they are alphabetized here. So you could follow the Boys and Girls Club. I am going to keep scrolling. Catholic Charities of the Diocese of St. Cloud. Lots of really great options. In fact, Central Minnesota Mental Health Center, the Central Minnesota Sexual Assault Center. This is one page, Girl Scouts of Minnesota Lakes and Pines, one page of opportunities, of which it looks like there are two. So 2 pages of options to explore. And I'm going to click into Nexus Kindred Family Healing. So we can follow them. We can see that Nexus has a website we can explore. We can learn more about the organizations. And then again, jobs aren't posted right now. However, we have an email address to be able to use to say, I'm looking for a summer position. It looks like you're not hiring right now in Handshake, but how might I be considered for, or how could I help to create a summer position? Fortunately, this organization does not have that public staff list, but other employers may. So again, consider using the employer search for your internship search for summer positions. Last, but certainly not least, you can find events that will help you get connected to internships. As you click on the Events tab, you'll see some pre-populated events. For example, the virtual mock interviews and resume review with social service providers, a virtual behavioral health and home and community-based career fair. There are lots of options that'll pre-populate. You can also do a search. So another keyword that folks interested in psychology might use is human services. You're seeing some of the events that we saw already pre-populated, again, because Handshake is personalizing for Nicholas already. But the virtual behavioral health and human services virtual fairs are happening abound. You can click on the employer, the Minnesota Department of Human Services. You can click on and register for the event. So there's an external registration you can bookmark. Here's more with the Minnesota Department of Human Services. Many, many ways to see positions and things of interest. I'm hoping this has been a quick intro to fully leveraging Handshake for your psychology job and internship search. Thanks so much.